It's 5:41 p.m. Wednesday, August 12th, 2020. I recorded 3 videos yesterday that I haven't produced yet. I haven't put together, they call it producing. Excuse me. I have these other 3 videos. I might release 2 or 3 of them. Then I have one other one that's I'm telling you things and then showing you information that will allow you to start to wonder, okay, is this not true? What I'm telling you. Because once this body dies and I'm home, you're going to see. This is not about religion or anything. This is about you, who you really are. And this is about what's happening right now. Look at what's going on the different YouTube feeds. If you go to, there's some of them. They're legitimate, but it's information from the right side. There's more conservative. It's not liberal. The mainstream conservative and the conservative liberals are closer than they've ever been. It's this American Communist Party. They call themselves the Democratic Party, but they've always been the Communist Party. I don't mean to get into politics here. I'm just stating some simple information that I want you to have relative to what's really important. I want to ask you, if you can, try not to get too upset with what's happening. Now, in our family, Dan and I, we've lost loved ones, okay? I know many of you have, and it's sad, and it's wrong. It was done by the CCP. What hasn't been proven yet, but you find it's what happened. The Wuhan virus lab, whatever, the biological, it's a biological weapons lab is what it is, the biological research they call it, but they were taking this bat SARS type infection and they were humanizing it. And they created the virus that's all over the world. And it happened they let loose of it by accident. But as soon as it happened, they wanted to make sure everyone got it. And if that's not obvious to you, you must be listening to CNN or one of these other idiot shows. They try to tell you that what's going on in Portland, Antifa's not even there, and of course they've got their signs, and then it's a peaceful protest, and buildings are burning. They're setting buildings on fire, shooting people, killing people. This group that calls themselves Black Lives Matter, it's like anything else these communistic people do. They throw out the exact opposite of what they are. Like when they were throwing out, like the name of the Democratic Party. They're anti-democratic. They got nothing to do with democracy. They're about controlling. But there's hardcore and softcore. It's like there's socialism, there's Marxism and communism. Different degrees, but it's the same thing. Where a small group wants to control you. On the Republican side, some of the old Republicans, they want to control their money and stuff like that. They all play favorites with these different groups that represent this business or that business, and they feed them money. How do you think all these congressmen, now they're not all like this, there's some good ones in there, but how do you think all these congressmen make, I don't know, maybe from $75,000 or $75,000 to $180,000 a year? How do they make that kind of money and live in $6 million homes, $3 million homes, spending money everywhere? I mean, no. That's how they make their money. It's wrong. It's the people that pay for it. You and I too. I mean, I don't matter. I'm something different, and I'm no better than nothing else. I'm just different. And I'm getting this body. I'm not ever going to be in one again. I could create my own body, make a statement, do something, and then release the body. Souls can do that, and when I say souls, that is not demeaning. You find a soul. Souls are like a fragment of a certain type of a section, a fragment, a large fragment of a certain type of essence, field of essence. And then all the different fields of essence are what's inside source, as well as inside source there's many other things that have never had a form like essence. Nothing's any better than anything else. But when you find a soul that's 17% lower frequencies for the type of spirit that they are, that's very clean. It's also strong. When you find someone who's got like heart energy, a soul that's got heart energy, they are this one section of the essence, the type of essence they are, Fae or a human, and they've grown and gotten stronger, but they're that one portion. They're the most beautiful, loving people you'll ever find. And everyone, when they get out of the bodies, after I'm out of my body, I have a lot of source stored. That's originally from myself, and Lily will be adding hers to it. And everyone is going to get some source energy. It's going to change who you are. It's not the same as getting cranked up, but it is strong. Now, when someone cranks you up and you want it, but you can't afford it, there's going to be an equalizing process when you get home, because it's not fair. That's insane. That's not right. That's not justice. That's not the equal. But the more you use your abilities, the more you do for other people, the more you receive. That's how people are going to have money too. Bezos is going to get down to about 1.9, 1.8 million dollars to his name. A lot of these people are going to be dropped to nothing. There's so many people that step on everyone else, they don't care. Doesn't matter as long as they appease themselves. Look at these idiots in the street. A lot of people are just dumb idiots screaming. They're totally lost. But then you go behind them, and then you have the people who are professionals. They actually work for Antifa. They work for Black Lives Matter. And all they do, they set up people they have, their vans that have, bricks and stuff in them. They have gauze bandage and stuff like that. It's like a mobile medic lab, plus different types of armament and stuff. They have all that. George Soros, Warren Buffett, and a bunch of other ones have been doing this. This is insane what's going on. Look what's going on in China. That's what the U.S. would become if it were to be allowed. It's not going to be allowed. Look at everything that's happening. Those that you love that have been taken away from you, from the flu, from this new flu, from accidents, from other diseases, from whatever reason. If there is a loving God that loves you, how the hell is that allowed to happen? The only way you can look at this honestly is to say, is that something I would want my children to go through? If I had the ability to keep them from going through that, wouldn't I? And if your answer is no, then your lower frequencies are getting up there pretty good. Some people that are 27% lower frequencies, but definitely from 37% and higher. Those folks are souls, or they're souls. Essence source has like 2% or less. Essence has 2% or less. Souls have 7, 17, 27, 37, 47, 57, 67, 77, 87, and 97. Stephen King is 97. The lady that's the mayor of Chicago, she's 87. That lady that we're going to have a summer of love in Seattle, I think. She's 87% lower frequencies of negativity. They're dying. Their bodies will be destroyed, and actually the spirit's going to be destroyed while it's in the body, and then it'll just drop dead. The CCP virus, everyone on this planet, their bodies. It's Lily and I. We're going to change all your bodies so that there is no more. So you have nothing but immunity towards HIV, towards everything. Okay, we're going to change you while you're in that body to be healthy. The animals, I'm going to take away the animals almost immediately. Those of you that have pets and you love them, take care of them, they're staying. Unless they're old and they have to go. They're staying. Everything's going to change. There's no prayer. None. Anytime you pray to something, you're telling it that it's better than you, and that is a lie. Nothing, thank you, a little flashlight, nothing is any better than you, and you're no better than anything else, and that starts right here. So I'm no better than nothing else. I'm very strong. It's how I was made. I am everyone's oldest brother. Lily is your oldest sister. We're family. We don't have to get along. And both of us, Lily and I, we love everyone and everything equally. It's just from the get-go, pretty much equally. However, when something gets abusive, that love goes like this. Gone. It's gone. And then that's my job. I deal with that. And Lily, I love her so much. She's my spirit mate, my better half. Her love is so incredible. Wow. I don't have the words for it. And all of you have one spirit mate. When the spirit came out and then it vibrated and pulled apart into male and female parts, halves, that's the only spirit mate you have. It's from the very beginning. And that person, when you're with them, as spirit, when you're out of a body in your normal condition, you're complete. You're complete. I mean, it's incredible. But getting back, what I'm saying is, the original first being male and female, was 27.5% lower frequencies, and now and it was original source. Now the only source that exists is 2% or less, not 27.5. They never cared about you. That's why everyone was so abused. That's why 911, the 1 and 1, stood for Mother and Father God, or Mother and Father, male and female first being. And as far as they were concerned, you were callous on their skin. It's sad. Those creation books I wrote, the only place you can get them right now is on Amazon.com, and we'll change that as soon as we can. We're creating a new country in the oceans. These ETs and us, with the Essex Ramirez and Aya Foundation, and then also this other nation. It's a nation of communities. And our landmass is actually water. You can call it the ground floor of the oceans. People are going to have free housing, free replicated food or food synthesizers. Free health benefits. There's two basics, kind of like three basic machines, but there's a basic strong diagnostic machine, and it also does some repairs. a lot of repairs, and then there's another, even surgery, but there's another machine that actually, it's like a 3D printer, but it takes your DNA. It'll create a new heart for you, liver, whatever. And then there's another machine that they put you in and put you to sleep, slow your body down to where the blood's not even hardly even flowing. And then they remove the heart and replace the heart. It's all done by a machine. You have one doctor in a hospital, or let's get crazy. Let's have 4 or 5 doctors in a hospital. And then all you have is nurses, med techs. But they, that's all. And they take care of everything. But you're not going to have big hospitals because this stuff is so fast, so quick. And you heal just, it's almost instantaneous. Utilities and stuff are going to be free. Certain basic things are going to be free. Everything's about to change, okay? And what's happening right now is wrong. I'm not responsible, but it hurts the hell out of me to see it happening. It shouldn't be happening. There's no one on the other side doing anything right now. Lily, my better half, she's locked up, frozen, asleep, hibernated, and protected in a separate dimension where no doors, nothing can get to her but me. And right now, me in the body, I can't see her. I can't find her to get her out. I've gotten her body, the larger part of her body out and everything, but not the focal point, that's her. If there was a God, this stuff wouldn't be, a loving God, this stuff wouldn't be happening. And the two halves of the original first being, which, is what wrote all these, had humans write the books for the religions. They're both halves, they're dead, they're gone. So now what you're going to have is Lily and Ara, your oldest brother and sister, taking care of things. And as long as you don't hurt anyone else, go after people abusing them or trying to control them, then you do whatever you want. You all have been around a long time. You're not children. But back to the insanity that's happening now, the people that are causing all this problem, they're going to be dropped dead. Some of them are going to go to jail. Some of them will be taken care of, yada, yada, yada. Everything has to come open. There has to be a due process of law. But for the most part, they're all just dropping dead. That's enough of this. Creation's format is changing to that of compassion, honor, and equality. You can't have that with these idiots running around. I've said in the other videos, you'll hear this again, there's over 8 billion planets with over a billion lives on it. And this planet has a much higher percentage of beings that have a higher percentage of low frequencies in it than any of the other planets. They need to go, they're gonna. There's people who are tired, sick, and hurting. They need to go home unless, they can be fixed to where they're doing fine. We are not these bodies. Our natural state is spirit, sentient energy. All this insanity that's going on right now is going to be gone. There will be no parties in government. There'll just be people that get voted, and the second they're attached to any business where they're getting paid money to go do something, they're being solicited by these large groups of businesses to try to make a law pass. No. Sorry. Ain't happening. They're fired right away. Everything's going to change, and the ETs will be here very soon. About 4 days to a week. I'm guessing 4 days after this body's dead and I'm finally free. And when you die, your body dies, but your personality, who you are, that comes out with you as you leave the body, and that becomes a part of who you are as spirit. Going in these bodies is how we learn and develop ourselves, but we've been beat so hard for so long. These abuse frequencies have been building up in people, and the first thing I did is rip out all the abuse frequencies in people back in 2014, 2015, right around there. And it just screws everything up. The thing is, you need to have softer, easier lives. So that's why everyone's going to have these energy bodies. And when you die, like on this planet, when the body dies and you go home to be in spirit again, you have another life. You're going to go to a different planet. It's going to be in another universe. It's where everyone has energy bodies. So when you wake up in a body in another universe for your next life, everyone's energy. It's just like you woke up in a physical body here. When you wake up over there, you're going to be an energy body. And those of you that you love, you get out of your body, they're out of their body, you want to be together, you got it. You're going to be having lives with your actual spirit mates, the other half of who you are, so you can have a fuller, more enjoyable, relaxed life. Now, there's going to be difficulties, but no abuse. It's like the difference between coming up jumping over hurdles to get certain things done in life that are important, taking care of your family properly, yada yada yada. Trying to accomplish things you want to do. It's not like your house burning on fire, everybody dying, and you seeing everyone suffer. It's not like someone. It's not like someone in the family having cancer and everyone in the family suffers as they do. Everyone with any heart energy or any compassion. What you're going through now is not supposed to happen. I was supposed to be out of here by about September of 2018, at the very latest, December 2018. And as we're well aware, I'm not gone yet. This isn't a Jay slap himself on the back parade. I've called myself creation's janitor. That's what I am. I take care of it. I'm no one's servant, but I was created to serve and protect. And I do so with compassion, fortitude, and honor that we develop by having lives. You have heart energy and you protect others. Honor is just, it's normal. It's a normal process that comes from it. I'm having some serious chest pains where I have large arteries, etc., in and out of my heart that are blocking up, and an aneurysm in my brain right there, and some other issues. Another one on the right side. I'll be out of here soon, but I had to go naturally. I can't just, harm myself physically, physical damage. I can't do that. That's leaving a wrong message. So you'll find out more about what I have done to get out of here later. Because what's going to happen is when people start getting cured from this disease, and these diseases get taken away, as that's happening, other people are going to be dying of the disease. Let me tell you something. There's a reason why they're going through that. Because of the abuse they've given other people. But then all of it's going to be shut down. All the disease, that's going to just go away. Boom. It's going to be destroyed from the other side. You can't do that from here. You have to be really powerful source and on the other side. The original first being male and female, they never had the strength, the power necessary to destroy energy, to actually kill people. Well, Lily, if she wanted to, I do believe she probably could, but I've been doing it for, I don't know, since 2009. So what's going to happen is that people are just going to get shut down. And a lot of them, their immune system is going to be turned around, mutated to work against them. All the bacteria in you that fights other incoming bacteria, they're going to be evolved into a different type of bacteria, changed around so that they attack you. And when you die, it's very soft and calm and pleasant. If you look at one of my recent videos, I think it's the Epic Times or China in Focus, that had the video in there where there was a doctor, this a couple months ago or something, I think. There's a doctor that was working in New York, and there were people in there whose blood oxygen level was down to 50%. Okay? I have bad lung disease and everything else. 2 bad lung diseases. I have meds I take for it all the time. 3 different inhalers. But when it gets down to about 92%, you're really dizzy and you're just almost incoherent. 95 is when you're really feeling rough. 97, 96, 98, that's pretty good. There were people that only had 50% of the oxygen they needed in their blood, and they were talking better than me. They were talking on cell phones, and a doctor just freaked out. He said, holy crap, look at this. People that sick, and here they are. You know, they're actually functioning, and then all of a sudden, and they took these people, they did tests on their liver, you know, their internal organs, their lungs, and they were ready to shut down. And then they'd be fine 1 minute, relax, and boom, they shut down. And the doctor said how horrific that happened to that they didn't know. I got pissed. I said, a part of me that's out of me, it's dragon energy. It's doing all this stuff in China. He wanted me to call him Leo. I pulled him out of me a long time ago. And he's been doing that. That's how people are going to be going. With compassion, with honor, without pain, except for those that have caused others to suffer, and they're going to pay. And someone doesn't like it, well, that's their problem to deal with. I'm very loving, but I'm very aggressive when it comes to this protection stuff. So that's how the people were supposed to be leaving. This was all supposed to be handled like that. But what's running the other side right now is really nothing. A bunch of different idiots running around doing stuff. Some really stupid source people. As soon as I'm out of this body, it gets changed. And the animal's going to leave real quick. The ETs come in. You're going to have your replicators. There's 4 basic plants. 2 of them are do the most. These plants are already grown here. You take the plant, there's a machine that, they're flying machines. They hover over the ground. They literally break up the soil, moisten it and everything. And then in the front of the machine, adding the water to it, it just does it. It goes over it. It's the neatest thing in the world. You'll see not too long from now. And then it also plants the seeds in the ground. Exactly the way they need to be. And then once they're grown, then another type of vehicle, ship, whatever you want to call it, it's a machine. It hovers over the ground, it picks them and cleans them. And then you take it and put it in this part of a I don't know, it's a food synthesizer. There's other names for it. I don't know. I'm having a real hard time, as you can see. But it takes the plant and breaks it down into the smallest, simplest proteins and everything else in physical solid form. And then from there, it's taken, when you go to the front of it, it's almost like a microwave. And you go to the front of it and you press in what you want. Okay, you can say what you want, but you can press in what you want to off of a given menu, and then it'll literally produce it for you. And there's no animal abuse in there whatsoever. So, and it's all going to happen fast. It's all going to happen fast. And I've been waiting to get out of this body since October 28th of 2015. I don't know how many times I've said I was finally going, or I was doing the last video, and I wasn't trying to act like an idiot. I was telling you the best information I had available, and I don't have a whole lot of hope in me. It's not part of what I am, but I was actually, what little bit I had, I was hoping that somebody on the other side would actually get me out of here, out of this body, by just closing up on the heart. And that didn't happen. But because it did, and because I haven't gotten home on time, all this crazy stuff is happening that shouldn't even be happening, and everyone's suffering. It never should have happened. But when the body dies, the person that was in it, that was in that body, and the animal, etc., they're still fine. They're fine. They're out of body. They're back home in the second dimension. Some people like to call it heaven. It's the second dimension. We're in the third. The second's right up here. And then the first, you'll never see. It's hidden. So anyway, try to hang in there. It really hurts to understand and feel what other people have gone through regarding all this mess, and all the people that have so much compassion in their heart. Here's all these idiots saying, no lives matter but black lives and all this other crap, and everyone's racist, and they're the racist. Everything they say, they are what they accuse everyone else of being. So it's like somebody with mud all over the face saying, you got some mud in your face, and you say, man, your face is covered. They say, no, it's not. I told you first, so therefore I'm right and you're wrong. And like, what? What are you, 5 years old? Don't listen to their crap, folks. No one is any better than you. No one has the right to tell you how to live. No one has the right to control you. As long as you don't try to control others, as long as you don't get abusive with others, then you're going to have so much help, be so enhanced to do everything you want to do in all your lives coming, and soon in your own lives here, but it takes a little while to change all this. That doesn't mean years, but it does mean months. So over a year, less than 2 years' time, things are going to be so much different. 12 years from now, 14 years from now, life on this planet's going to be totally different. There'll be starships flying around all over the place, just buzzing along. And all these major countries, they all have their own little triangular starcraft. They just can't go too far. So, and there is a force that's been put together with the Drak and the Neantids and some others, some of the Anunnaki, who are really good, not the problematic ones that used to run this planet. They were destroyed early 2016 by the Drak and the Neantids. I did videos about it, if you can find it. If you go to my channel, and if you can look up the video that has the most hits on it, it's right around that time. It's like early 2016. You're all going to be helped with your telepathy, everything else. But you're going to be able to talk to your loved ones. You're going to be able to talk to them. You're going to be able to relax and meet your other half. Free medicine. I mean, what's coming is unreal. These, like Pfizer, what I found out about them, we pay like 3 and 4 times here in the U.S. depending on the medication. We pay anywhere from 2 to 8 times as much. Usually about 3 or 4 times as much for the same prescription that other people pay in other countries. That's why people get drugs from Mexico. They buy prescription drugs from Canada. So all these people that want to run the planet, they're being taken out. They will be. They will be taken out. They're not being taken out yet right now, except Leo's going, that part of me. Strong dragon. Orange, like a burnt orange with some yellow, gold, black, silver. You're going to see some of this. After I'm out of here, you're going to see it. These bodies, they'll come, they'll be made, they'll perform an action, and then they'll leave. So sometimes in front of you to protect you, maybe from a car coming. Sometimes in the sky, literally roaring at a hurricane and deleting it, just dissipating it. You'll see it. I've said enough about that stuff. The most important thing is, please try to understand, this is not how you're going to live the rest of your life. It's going to change soon. And you will be able to talk with those that you love that are gone now. Period. Your abilities are going to be finished, being awakened and, cranked up, made stronger. The barrier, dimensional barrier between the third and second dimension, I'm going to modify it too to make it, it's still going to be strong, but it's going to be easier for you to see through it. A lot of that's done by the field itself. And you're not going to be walking around with masks on, folks. That was never supposed to happen. None of that was supposed to happen. And the source that's responsible for the abuse, many of them, the ones I could find, they've already paid the price, but there's others that are going to pay. So anyway, just do what you can to hang in there, look after each other. And hang in there. I can't tell you when I'm going to get out of this body. I'm getting a lot of help right now to do these videos. After I recorded the 3 of them, I think yesterday or the day before, I recorded 3 videos. My heart hurts so bad I couldn't. I just got in this chair where I'm pretty much live now and just kind of shut down, but I'm the wuss, but I'm tired of the pain too. I mean, it's stupid. So, I regret not being able to perform my job, my function, to help everyone yet, but it's coming. And there's no religions or anything. There's just family, brothers and sisters, because the mother and father, the original first being male and female, they're dead, they're gone. I get mad every time I think about them, and it kind of screws up my heart anyway. So I'm sorry for what you're going through, folks. You will find that it's going to end soon. But you never had a loving God. But you do have family that loves you, and your oldest brother and sister are going to make sure that everything's fine. You're going to have difficulties, okay? You have to have difficulties. That's how you develop and grow as spirit. But the ones you love, you're going to be able to sit down and relax, and you're going to have help. When you really want to do it, the part of the source field that's everywhere is part of me, literally. Our inner body. You're going to, as soon as you go to try it, if you just, to relax, if you just try to be calm, just for a moment, just try to settle down, and then take a nice full breath. Don't try to suck the clouds in, but take a nice full breath. And then relax it. People have all these breathing techniques. Too short, quick puffs to it. Just natural is what works best. Period. I don't care what Guru Boo Boo said. It doesn't matter. Take your time. Try to be as calm as you can. Calm yourself down. Take relaxed, but pretty full breaths. Take a nice deep breath, but don't try to suck the clouds in. Like I said, it's just a nice deep breath. And then exhale it, just whatever's comfortable. Don't go fast and hyperventilate. Let's not do that. But and then every time you do it, after you've done that 2 or 3 times, you're going to find yourself settling down. If you want to settle down a little more, take another relaxed deep breath. After a while, you find out that you're right where you need to be. When you do that, your frequencies, especially in your brain, they literally settle down to about the same frequencies that the field is. So that, because the field goes through you, you don't have to go anywhere. The field is already going through you. So in a way you can say it's not part of you like it came from you, but you're already swimming it, you're already floating in it. So all my life I've proven that I serve others, not because I was trying to. If you look at, I've left a physical history where if you see and follow what I've done, my bank accounts and everything else, where all my money's always gone, you're going to see that I take care of others. So, I take care of myself, eat, pay bills, but if I had $300 in the bank, that's a big thing. People, they look at the prices and they think it's huge, but it's not. And these stones are expensive and they keep going up, but the nicest thing is the starosonite. You can find it if you look around. Book number 3 teaches you how to do that in the creation series. But as you start to relax and calm down, maybe meditate, whatever you want to call it, I just call it relax, and then putting yourself in a state where your energy flows and your spirit with all the frequencies inside it just flows. When you get to that point, it's obvious you want to get into the field. I'm going to make sure that the field immediately goes to you and opens up and helps you. So it's like having a spirit guide and an angel waiting on you all the time. This never should have happened. Folks, I love you. Hang in there. Change has already happened in such a huge way on the other side. But real change for creation all the way through everything. That's about to happen. But I can't get out of here that way. So anyway, I will, and I'm going to take care of tearing stuff down, destroying it, then I'll get Lily out, and then you'll see. You'll feel her through the field. Things are going to change. And those people that are aggressive can't stand, want to control people, they're abusive, high amounts of negativity, or if they're clean energy, clean spirit, if their spirit is clean, meaning a small amount of lower frequencies, but they're arrogant, they're not going back in the body either. Because a lot of them are gone now. There was some very big, powerful source living on the other side where we normally live. They were huge. And they were a lot bigger than the original first being, because the original first being separated male and female, but then it kept giving part of itself up to create these new beings. And that's why your lives have been so tough, because the more abusive your life was, the more you grew when you got out of your body. When you have a life, you come out of your body, poof, you grow a little bit like this. If you've had a real abusive life, when you come out of your body, poof, you grow like that. And the bigger you are, The whole idea was all these new universes. All these new universes there are. They were going to take you and your spirit mate, now that you've grown so large, and put you in one of these universes. They'd said you'd be in charge, but you would release parts of yourself to create smaller parts of yourself to create new beings. That's how creation, the amount of beings in creation grows. And the most you can ever release is a third. Any more than a third of your combined spirit, any more than a third, and your what you are as a spirit, it'll start breaking down, and it kills you. So that's all you can do. It's not possible for you to do it, so you don't have to worry about ever doing it. But would you be able to? You just fall apart. And you couldn't feel these frequencies. You couldn't see them. The abuse frequencies. You couldn't feel the abuse frequencies when they were in you. But sometimes you could see other people, freaking out all over the place. And that's out of body. So that's why the source war just happened. And as the change is coming, you'll see. Okay? Call me an asshole, an idiot, I don't care. I love you anyway. But you're going to find out soon that that's exactly what's going to happen. This isn't your lifetime. So I can't say, I'd love to tell you, hey, I'll be out of here by November. I'll never say anything like that again, but I just keep getting worse and shutting down. So in the meantime, things are being done by some source that was attached to me on the other side to try and get some things done. But when you're stuck in a body, you can't do diddly squat. There's only this much of you stuck in a body. You'll see it in one of my other videos. I showed you some of the pictures and diagrams Deanna and I have put together. Deanna's an architect, physical designer, I forget what you call it. Anyway, she's an artist, and she she put together all the information. Deanna's very strong. She can see things and she understands things, but what I am is something different. I was made like that in the beginning, and I've done nothing but keep getting stronger and stronger as all these years went by. I've had 10.846 trillion lives, more than anything else. And then Lily has had the second most. She's had a little over 8.9 trillion lives. And creation has been having lives, all of us, our family, and we're the first. We've been having lives for, I think it's like 2.8 quadrillion Earth years. That's how long this reincarnation, this thing's been going on. Anyway, all this stuff's in the 3 books on Amazon.com. If you Google J. Essex creation, you'll get that. And I can't tell you how bad it hurts me for what everyone's going through. But it is going to change, and you'll see. So just hang in there you best you can. Hold on to those you love and tell them you love them.